Hey dudes, I'm Hilah, and it's time for Hilah Cooking's annual spooky Halloween video. This one's not gonna be so spooky. I couldn't figure out how to puppeteer a monster to pop up out of my casserole dish here. Dinner! But this video is a tribute to possibly my only hero. I was gonna say my first hero, but honestly, maybe my only hero, and that is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Hello, darling. It's me again, yours truly, Elvira. That gal with the enormous, ratings. Well, that's our show.
As played by Cassandra Peterson. And such an influential movie for me. This, she's a badass, but she's also really nice. Well, maybe not really nice, but she's not like a dick. She's just a badass, cool chick, and she has her boobs out a lot. She's the reason I say dudes. She's the reason I talk about my boobs so much in private to myself. And she is the reason for this video, which is Elvira's Adraka Kozerole. So if you've seen the movie, I hope you're ready to eat some worms. I'm not really gonna eat worms. What am I, a psychopath? If you haven't seen the movie, the story is Elvira inherits her aunt's house, but her aunt, unbeknownst to her, is actually a witch, and she has this guy over and she's trying to impress him, but she doesn't cook because look at her, she doesn't need to know how to cook, people. And she pulls out the aunt's recipe book, which is actually a spell book, and then she finds a bunch of gross ingredients in the cabinet, and I don't want to spoil it, I'll just start, okay? So the first ingredient is Adraka.
Adraka? Wonder where she keeps Adraka around here. Here it is. Adraka. One Adraka.
So I was gonna use some worms from the garden and just I don't want to eat worms. Nobody wants to eat worms. So I went to Italy instead. Option number 2 is go to Italy. And I found the wormiest looking pasta I could find. It's like a fat spaghetti. It's real bouncy. If I was a smarter person, I would have gotten a whole wheat. Totally looks wormy. Like a whole wheat pasta that's more of a worm color, but never said I was a genius. But these are really fun and bouncy. I like them. And then the next ingredient in the recipe book is flair, which, nobody knows what these are. Unless, whoa, I have a wig hair stuck in my lipstick, sorry. I was thinking, I wonder if these words are actually Adraka. Is that worms in another language? I don't know. If you know the answer, tell me about it. So flair, which in the movie, roll clip.
Flair. Oh. Looks like the flair went bad. I don't know, it says it's good till June of next year. What the heck? I got cast iron stomach.
It looks like spinach dip, so that's what I'm basing this on. So spinach dip, as we all know, is pus. Just kidding. Or if you don't have that, you can use Monster cum. I'm just kidding, it's sour cream. God, no one's gonna finish this video because they're all gonna just be barfing. Sorry, it's Halloween. It gets me in a gross spirit. So I got some sour cream here, and I'm gonna put that in, and then I have some spinach, because you gotta eat your vegetables. You gotta eat your spinach, baby. And this is just frozen spinach that I thawed and squeezed all the vitamins out of. No, but I squeezed all the extra liquid out of. So I'm gonna get that kind of mixed up a little bit. This is very strange to me to be doing a cooking video after a year of not doing a cooking video. Listen. The sound of paradise. Okay, so that's the Adraka and the flair. And then the next ingredient is gulitra, which again, we don't know what that is. It kind of looks like some kind of weird green hot sauce.
And let's see, 2 to 3 gulitra.
I'm gonna use some pickled jalapenos because I like it spicy. put those in. And then I feel like a little bit of fresh jalapenos would be nice too. So I'm just gonna like use a super dull knife. What if I really cut my finger off? Oh my God. And chop up some jalapenos, a little bit more like that. And obviously, you know, you can leave this out, but you know I like it spicy. And I'm gonna dump that in. But honestly, this feels very strange. And I'm gonna stir that around some more. And I like to use, I don't know. I've never actually made this before. I'm totally making this up. But I imagine that I will like to use pickled jalapenos for a little bit of the tang, and then fresh jalapenos for a little bit of verdant flavor. Is that the correct usage of that word? Okay, I'm gonna add some salt, because doy, maybe a little bit more. And then I'm gonna add some garlic powder because I really don't think that Elvira would be chopping up any fresh garlic. And also, I don't really think you need to for this. It seems like a good amount. It seems like a goodly amount. And then this wig hair is driving me bananas. I'm gonna add some grated Parmesan. And then if it seems a little dry, and this kind of does, because I did cook the pasta maybe 2 minutes before it was actually done, because I'm gonna stick it in the oven, and I don't want it to get all soggy. I want it to retain its firm and bouncy worm-like texture. So I'm gonna add a little bit of liquid in the form of pea. So if your pea looks like this, go to a doctor. This is actually pasta cooking liquid, which I remembered to save. I rarely do actually remember that, but I was paying extra attention today as I was preparing this meal for you, my friends. Okay, and then the last ingredient is Quotarox.
One Quotarox.
Nobody knows what that is. You don't actually see her put that in the movie. So I'm using some artichoke hearts because they're delicious. They go great with spinach dip, as in spinach artichoke dip, heard of it. But also, they kind of look gross, right? They're like not a very pretty color, this sort of like khaki color. Khaki, oh, it's a terrible color. And we're gonna mix that up. And these were just frozen ones that I thawed through the magic of letting them sit on the counter for a few hours. Okay, so this looks like pretty yummy, actually. I think it's mixed up. I don't know why I'm using this like baby spatula. Anyway, I'm gonna smooth this out. I'm gonna add a little bit more of my pea pasta. Okay, smooth it out. And then don't worry about decorating the top because I have a special surprise for you later to decorate the top with. It involves cheese, chips, and your butt. And that's actually a fact. So I'm gonna put this in the oven. Doesn't smell too bad. Looks like cock-a-doo-doo. Man, that line cracked me up when I was a kid. So it does look a little, I mean, it does kind of look like worms, which I'm pleased with. But then you get some spray cheese. It's called Go Cheese now. And you spray a little, oh God, this is harder than it looks. Loop-de-loop, like on a Hostess cupcake. Oh my God, it does look better. And then you get some chips. I'm using Fritos, because look, they have spicy jalapeno Fritos now. I didn't know that. And you roll the top up. I've never actually done this before. And then you squish them with your butt. It's gonna be terrible. Did it work? It worked, and chips didn't get everywhere. I was just worried it was gonna explode and chips go everywhere. Okay. Oh my God, my butt is so little though, you guys, because it barely crushed these chips. It's a compliment to myself. Okay, so then we put some chips on top. And, okay, that seems like a good amount. I don't know, you could probably just like add chips at serving time. I'll probably put that in the recipe notes, like top with more chips at serving. Okay, there we have it. Elvira's Adraka Kozerole. I guess I should try it, huh? The biggest fork. Okay. Ooh, Okay, looks kind of cheesy in there. That's like a weak ass bite, but oh well. Oh my God, aside from this weird cheese string on my face, that is actually delicious. Holy crap, way to go, me and Elvira. Okay, well, happy Halloween. Thanks for watching. Maybe you'll make this. It's actually really delicious. I hope that the movie Elvira means as much to you as it does to me. If you happen to have Elvira's phone number, tell her to watch it. And also, if you are an oldie person who's been missing me a lot, know that I've been missing you too. So go check out the community tab because I'm gonna be sharing some secret, like not listed to the regular channel videos onto the community tab. Who knows? Who knows what it's gonna be? Here's a hint, not my tits. Okay, bye.